Hey, what's up? Alright, so I was gonna start this from the beginning of this big log, but my batteries were dead and had to charge, and I just didn't feel like waiting. So I had a very large log that had been laying around for a while, and Mrs. Howell had mentioned it'd be kind of cool to have one of those carved bears and set it on top of our little well opening instead of doing like, you know, your normal little well house looking thing. So I figured, why not give it a shot? And I have a chainsaw. I don't have all the right tools to do this thing detailed wise, but I'm working on it. So here's what I got so far. It's starting to shape out maybe like a funny little short bear with a big old head. All these are the stuff that I cut off, so you can see the top of the log. It had split that was right in the crotch of the tree where a big split happened, so I had to cut those off, take off a bunch of these big chunks and then smaller bits, and that's where I'm at. So I don't know how it's going to turn out when it's all said and done, but every time I walk away and come back, it looks, to me, it looks a little better. It's like as you're actually doing it. I don't know if this happens for you guys, but while you're actively working on something, you kind of get into a, I don't know, a funk. But then you walk away for a little bit, like I just walked away and went and grabbed the camera and stuff, and then I come back and I look at it and I go, oh, okay, I can do this next, and it's kind of refreshed. So works for me. I don't know if it worked for you guys or not, but pretty much I'm just going to set the camera up and do some more carving and then see if this is worth making a video out of. Here we go. Alrighty, and Max found him a new toy. He loves throwing chunks of wood around and chewing them up. So, I don't know, I'm trying to work on getting the shape of a bear's face From some angles it kind of does look like a bear. From other angles it doesn't, at least not to me. Clearly it's not finished yet. But I just ran out of gas and I gotta mix more of the gas oil mix, so yeah, I think it's coming along. I was gonna do this because the top had gotten cut sideways. I was gonna go ahead and just leave it like that, where it's got like the lopsided head, you know, kind of give it a little fun, kind of cartoony look to it. I don't know. There's big old feet. We'll still have to get those better defined. My idea here is like you'll have a little belly right there where that line is. I'll kind of round that off in, and then really short little legs and big old feet. And then I'm hoping, I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm hoping to be able to make this into like a little pair of paws here and here, and have a little notch right there that I could put a board that says go away instead of welcome. But that's where it's at. I don't know, I've never carved with a chainsaw before. Actually, I take that back. My brother Michael, he's carved like these little totems, and I did one. I think it's actually, well, they moved. It was in their backyard. He had a bunch of them that he carved too. So there you go, Mike. You are my inspiration. And hopefully this comes out looking good. But this is it for the video for today. I gotta mix some more fuel. Sun is starting to go down, so I'm gonna start cleaning things up and get back to it tomorrow. What up? All right, so here's a follow-up. Well, not follow-up. I'm finishing the video and I'm gonna show you the finished product. But before I do that, I'm gonna let you know I didn't have tools really to do it. So I had this handy dandy Chicago electric with a paddle wheel type sanding disc, but I went and bought, and I'll do a whole thing about this brand if you guys care. I don't really care either way, but this is a Walmart brand. It's Heart. I believe it is exclusively sold at Walmart. And again, I'm not being paid for advertising, but I will say I am very pleased with these 40-volt Heart tools, yard tools. I've got a weed whacker 10-inch pole saw that has a 10-foot extension on it, the little blower, and now that chainsaw. And I've used all of them quite a bit, and I like them. Battery has decent life on it. Now I have 2 batteries because I just bought that. I also went and bought, I don't know if you guys can see this because it's kind of dark in this area, but a bunch more of these disc sanders. I didn't use this one, but I went and got this real sharp carbide grit finger rasp. This is a 4-inch steel wood shaper disc. Works with that same angle grinder. That's for something different. Oh, this is the other one I got. Cut, carve, and shape. That is a wood carving disc. And it has like the chainsaw type blade around it, but it goes on your angle grinder. None of those were used, but the tool that these handy dandy little belts go to was used. So let's go out there real quick, show you that tool. It's this little guy right here. Again, I'm a fan of Harbor Freight. This is Bauer. It's a new brand that they're carrying. And this tool is freaking neat. It's like a little belt sander, but it's real skinny and handheld. Basically, it's the exact same thing as that angle grinder, except for it has this little piece that you can adjust the angle on it. It has a belt sander. It's only like a 1/4 inch wide. And it's great for doing little detail type stuff here and there. But anyway, I like that tool. I use this tool. I use the regular 4.5 inch angle grinder, and I used the chainsaw. Both my my larger chainsaw initially that you guys saw already, and then that smaller Hart battery powered chainsaw. It's a little 14 inch that it did the job really well. Ooh, sunshine. All right, so with all of that being said, here it is, the reveal, the final product, my first carve and not my last, because I kind of liked it. It was fun. Here is our little greeting bear. Haha. Check him out. He says, "Go away," which is exactly what we wanted him to say. Got his little belly on him, little big old feet. The wood, you know, the big log that I used wasn't perfect. It's got these bore holes from these beetles or whatever these things were that were in it. His head's a little lopsided and whatnot, but that's all right. That's part of the charm of it, I guess you could call it. And there's his little butt. What do you think about that? You got a little butt with a little white tip on his tail. And he is now guarding our well. But that's Mr. Bear. He is doing his thing. Yeah, there you go. First try. Never done it before as far as carving anything out of wood. But I think he came out okay. The more I do it, the better they'll get. But I definitely plan on doing some more. So there you go. Alright, thanks for watching, and check back later.